What up, Houston? The Rockets are
Yeah.
doing some amazing things, so we're going to check out where we stand. April's right around the corner, which that means playoff basketball, which we are not used to saying, but is so good to finally
Been a
have.
minute.
So we look at our
We already
Rockets. They are,
outperformed last year.
yes, 43 and 25, second seed in the West right now. As it's if the playoffs started today, we would be at home waiting for the winner of Timberwolves and Clippers. How we feel, Zach?
Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna be like honest. Like I don't really want to fuck with the Timberwolves because Anthony Edwards has our number for some reason. But I'm gonna prefer to play the Timberwolves over the Clippers because I really don't want to see a Kawhi Leonard either. I just felt I don't know, bro. I just think we have more advantages with us playing the Timberwolves than we do with us playing the Clippers. So I would take my chances against the T-Wolves because I think that Sengun can eat against Rudy, and you just have to figure the rest out.
True. So in the last two games that Minnesota has played us, Anthony Edwards has dropped 41 points and 37 points.
Dude, they beat us by like 2 points when we had a 16-point lead with 4 minutes to go. They still came back and won the game. Like he has our number. He goes off. For some reason, he likes talking shit to Dylan Brooks, but that makes for good playoff basketball.
True.
Well, y'all had our number. We've played y'all tough. Let's do it for 7.
True. Either way, we looked at the whole West as a whole. I mean, nobody's really getting an easy matchup from the way it looks of it. I mean, no matter who you face, you're gonna have to go in. You probably gonna unless it's probably the Kings or the Mavericks, you're gonna go to a 6-7 game series. It looks like.
I have a sneaky feeling that the Mavericks are going to fall out of that. The Suns are going to take that spot, and the Suns have a fighting chance to win that game.
Yeah.
So I think ultimately the Suns are that last. I don't think the Mavs have a chance anymore. That team looked so damn bad the other day against us. It wasn't even funny.
If the Suns take up the spot, I mean, there's a few games left. I mean, that 8th and 7th could switch also depending on the Kings and the Suns and those 4 teams. So, I mean, it could be Phoenix and Timberwolves, Phoenix and Clippers, Clippers and Phoenix, Kings and Clippers, like either one. But I mean, out of all those, Timberwolves probably be the least one I want to play because of Anthony Edwards. But other than that, I mean
we're in a 3-way. We have a 3-way score. Like our record's the same with us, Memphis, Denver,
and Denver. Yeah,
I really don't want to be honest with you, because every time we play the Warriors, they cook our ass. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want a team with that much experience in the first round.
Yeah. I was like, I kind of like where we're at, the best way out of the situation. So I'd rather stay there.
Oh, you just said it. There is no easy first round matchup. Like the only team that I would confidently say, like, oh, I would be willing to talk shit if we got that matchup is Memphis. Like we have Memphis's number. But
yeah,
still, like they have Ja, they have Jared, they have Bane, they can hoop.
I mean, it comes down to
what that means, right?
What?
Execution. We just have to play good. That's what it comes down to.
True. I mean, our next 7 games, we got the 76ers, the Magic, the Heat, the Nuggets, the Hawks, the Jazz, and the Suns. And the Nuggets are really the only team with a winning record out of those so far.
I'm good. Like I still believe that we're gonna finish the season in the top 4 spot, and we'll be just fine. Like that's kind of the only ultimate goal at this point is finish with the home court advantage in the first round, and that would be successful for the rest of the year for me.
I mean, our goal was to make the play-in
and
tournament.
get healthy.
Yeah. And so now it's like get home court, get healthy, get them in back, and everybody else stay healthy. And there we go. I think we'll be good. Because, I mean, we were talking about it off camera. What they're doing defensively without a min right now is pretty phenomenal, actually. Like, that they're able to keep it astride a little bit because we know how valuable a min is to this team.
Granted, it was against bad teams, but like when you hold an NBA team to 80 something points, that's good.
Yeah.
And I
Which
think we've
is,
done it twice since he's been out.
and it's funny because a lot of our losses are against bad teams. So that's what I was worried about this stretch
Yeah.
of bad teams. Some of our best wins are against Oklahoma, Boston, Cleveland, like Memphis.
That's what I don't like though, because that's when we were winning those games against Cleveland's and OKC and the Golden State when we were in the play-in tournament shit. That shit was done on defense. Like we beat the Bulls last night strictly on talent. Like those are the same games that Jalen Green takes some ugly ass shots and misses, and then we critique him. Those are the same ones Sengun turns the ball over and then we bitch about it. So like, I'm more worried about the win yesterday because it was like, you gotta do better as a team. There's
Yeah.
just no real offensive flow.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw a bit of it when they were fully healthy. And then as the injuries started stacking up, it just straight up went like ISO, like outside basketball, it felt like. And it was, I mean, I always go back to whenever Barkley and all them were critiquing us, and they were like, yeah, they're fun to watch, but it's just guys playing basketball. Like, it's not like
It
stuff you
kind of
can
is
take.
that Houston. Their offensive deficiency show if there's not one person going off from three. If somebody's hitting the three ball opposite end of the quarter where the ball's being worked, then and it keeps the defense honest, that we can score. But when they're like, we don't give a shit who's over there because they're not making anything today, and they could collapse the paint and then they could stop Sengun with the ball or get Jalen to throw some stupid shit up at the rim, we just get beat. It shit's ugly sometimes.
Yeah. Those, hopefully, Dylan, Jabari, Tari, all you guys.
Tari lately, he was on fucking fire yesterday.
As I do had what, 9? I think we're 9-0 when he starts so far. I mean, he had like a career
Yes.
high, like 30 plus points. I mean,
I
all in
wonder how
all, I mean,
Jabari feels about it.
yeah, interesting. I mean, I know he didn't play the second one because you said the back to backs. He still doesn't play them. Um, at this
Jabari
point,
played
I
a ton of
feel,
minutes, and he still got his minutes in the first game. Also, I don't
yeah,
suspect that he's the kind of player that would bitch too much about something like that.
yeah. I feel like at this point they're winning, which a lot of them that's what they really wanted to do was win because a lot of them come from winning college like teams, Auburn and LSU and all these other
Yes,
ones. So to come from a winning one and they were like, no, I just care about winning. It's like, okay, y'all seem to have bought into the Ime Udoka system of it's like whoever's the hot hand, we're going with it. Whoever sucks, you're going to the bench. And I mean, seeing a little bit of it yesterday, like there was a moment where like Jalen messed up and then Shingun messed up and they were both like, hey, you're good. Like, hey, like we're gonna figure it out. Like, and then like when we saw it at the beginning of the
yeah,
year when
but I mean, I think it's still regardless of who bought in. It's Ime's like he may be pissing me off sometimes. Like I'm kind of overplaying. I'm kind of overplaying Jayshawn when you have Tari and Jabari at your disposal because he puts Jayshawn on the court to be a facilitator, and he doesn't do that. So you're not doing what we need you to do. We need you to be like a board when you're really not doing. My point of saying that is like just play Cam Whitmore. What is so fucking hard to understand about the dude is just a professional bucket getter, and that's what we need. The legit that dude he's the kind of dude who could go off in a playoff game and win you a game.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We say it all the time. It's
Maybe
like,
I'm just too much of a Cam Whitmore fan. I'm just saying, the last time y'all asked me about him, or the last time I suggested playing, the dude literally came out the next day and put up 27. So, like, I'm not wrong about that.
I mean, you said Amen Thompson was going to be special this year. And, I mean, you were ahead of the curve.
I know it, and I was ahead of the curve at moving Sengun to power forward. At power forward, he helps the team so much. Steven Adams playing center helps the team so much. Dude, we out rebound everybody
In the
when Steven Adams and Sengun are on the floor together.
super
God,
duper big line.
God forbid put a man on the court with him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the super big lineup.
It's like when they asked them, like, how do you feel? They're like, I mean, we've done this before. Like, this is basketball. Like, it's not nothing crazy. They're making it sound like if they're both like 7 foot, like 6.
But that's media's fault, because the more you push the narrative of it's a super big lineup means that it's something that's out of the norm. No, let's acknowledge the fact that Sengun is not a center in this league. He just can't play center because he can't protect the rim well enough, primary on ball. And you benefit none from playing him at center in a stretch role because he won't shoot a fucking three. He is an amazing power forward. Put him there. It's going to get him easier shots. And we look good doing it. Our defense is phenomenal. What's the problem here, people? It's so stupid.
It's like, don't
just do. I would actually start a lineup like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't force him to be something he's not, because that's usually bad in basketball. If he's dominating how he is at the forward position, it's like, leave him there. He's destroying these other fours, and then sometimes the fives have to get at him, and he's faster than them. So it's like, oh, bet, but you still have your 5 there for protection.
It's the same instance. Not saying they're the same player, but think about like Anthony Davis. But he's like, I don't want to play the 5. Like, the position is different than playing the 4. You know what I mean? And unless you've had to do both, people don't really understand that. But it's just, he learned to play basketball in a way that benefits us more with him as a power forward. That's all I'm saying.
And that's I mean, to me, it's like, that's fine, because you just play Steven Adams in, and it's like.
But it's one of those things where you have so much flexibility because Steven Adams is not going to bitch. Say, for instance, you do get Minnesota in the first round. Sengun has an advantage against Rudy Gobert. Anytime somebody's tall and lanky like that, he's willing to initiate contact. He does well. Okay, guess what? We're not going to start Steven Adams. Sengun, you're the 5. But, you get another situation where it's like Golden State maybe, and it's like, damn, I don't want to play Sengun at the 5 because I don't trust him to switch on the picks or do the shit that is necessary for us to stop them, because he hasn't showed he could do it yet. At the very least, let's play Adams, who's also not going to do very well, but at least we can rebound the misses.
Yeah. You got 2 bigger guys out there to get the rebounds with your lengthy wings.
Because that's where the teams eat us the fuck up. Is sometimes when we're not rebounding and they're getting second and third shots at 3-pointers, and then they're hitting them. It's like, damn, you can't even be mad because you can't. It's hard to defend an open 3 on offensive rebound.
Yeah. And I mean, in some of those games he's been at power forward, he's been eating at offensive rebounds. And he had like 11 one game. And then the other game, Steven Adams.
Steven Adams had 14 rebounds in like 16 minutes. It's so easy for Sengun to get rebounds because Steven Adams is over there banging on the whole team on the other side of the paint. Yeah. So Sengun is getting one-on-one work, and he's slithery, so he knows how to put himself in position. I just think it benefits us more to play that way. In the long run, it kind of puts Jabari in a bind, but like, there's times where they play Jabari as the small forward with that lineup, and then we're big as shit. And we rebound everything.
Because Dylan Brooks.
We played Phoenix not too long ago, and we out them by like 20-something.
Yeah. Well, it's just, Dylan Brooks is going to be the pest. You can rest him at certain points whenever but then you can also switch with him and Jabari. It's like, oh, hey, he got an extra foul, Jabari, go guard him. And it's like, all right, bet. and you just throw another fresh body
Yes.
at that person. And it's just like constant. Just like,
Yes.
all right, so you got 6 fouls, you got 6 fouls. Let's go. Yeah, it
Yeah.
just works out. I said I like that lineup. I think. I mean, my biggest thing is just staying healthy at this
Bro,
point.
that's why I say Houston's advantage against there ain't a team on that list that you just showed other than OKC who could go that many players deep with us. Like our depth is our strength. And I think you could beat a lot of teams in the playoffs with depth, even though that's kind of like not the common way to do shit in the playoffs where most people condense the lineup. But like, for instance, if we were to play the Lakers in the first round, it's like, I don't really want to see LeBron and Luka. I really don't. But also, y'all's team is so like depleted. If we go 10 players deep and we're not turning the ball over, we're going to fuck y'all up. And guess what? It's going to look really good on our resume to fuck up LeBron in the first round.
It's like, who'd you beat first, Luka and LeBron? It's like, oh shit.
Yep.
I mean, either way, no matter what team you play, you have to worry about the superstar calls, of course, because everybody has
Yes.
all these teams: Golden State, Curry, Jimmy, L.A. Lakers. You got LeBron, Luka, Memphis. You got fucking Ja, Denver. You got Nikola, and then OKC, of course, SGA. But I mean, Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, Clippers. You got Kawhi and James Harden.
But it's not just,
I
but
mean,
see, think about it. You James Harden, who's playing phenomenal basketball, like he's still good. You got Kawhi, you got Norman Powell. Like there's like 4 people on that team who could facilitate and get their own bucket. It's like I don't want to fuck with that much. Like I really
yeah,
don't. I would rather risk Anthony Edwards being hot or not, because that's the only way they're going to beat us, the Timberwolves, if
yeah,
he's on fire.
yeah. I mean, you got Phoenix that's looks like they're gonna make it come up. I mean, that one's tough because KD is KD, Devin Booker is Devin Booker, but
Speaking of them
it's
fools, real quick. Speaking of them fools,
yeah,
real quick. We just played them 2 days ago, right? And we gave them the work. Like it was from the time that the ball was tipped to the time it was over, we controlled the game. The question I have is we keep coming up with these scenarios on how we could get a KD or how we could get a Booker, who we're willing to trade, who we're willing to, you know what I'm saying, what picks we want, all these different scenarios. But when we went over there, Jalen Green challenged Booker and Durant. And he gave them the work. He put up 29. Neither one of them did shit. My question is maybe we should be over that conversation and be like, nah, I'm good with what we have.
they asked him too. I mean, we go back to when he was working out with them, and KD literally was like, "This kid's special right here." Like, that's why I invited him, like type shit. And so it's like, for me, I feel there's that patience with it that we're finally starting to see some of the fruits of our labor, like where the power forward Sengun is more fitting there. Jalen's figuring out his role
He's
more
not
with
a
Fred
point.
back.
He's
Yeah,
just a scoring guard. He's not a point. You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If you build
That
the
right
team
there.
with the notion that dude is Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, that old school true 2 guard,
Yeah,
then and you be like, take that Ja Morant point guard, Darren Fox notion. Like that's not what the fuck Jalen Green is. He is a scorer.
yeah.
He's a professional bucket getter.
And when he on fire, he on fire. That
Then it puts him. I'm trying to tell you, boy. When he on fire, he can get it.
that
I'd say this. Besides Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green's the only one on that team who really got a sack of nuts on him, because it don't matter what we're doing, good or bad. Especially when we're doing bad, I'd be watching some of the other dudes passive. Like I'm not contributing to the stupid shit. Jalen be like, nah, fuck it, I'll shoot it, I'll shoot it, I'll shoot it, I'll shoot it,
yeah.
and he doesn't deviate from what he does. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like that
All the
because he knows he's gonna get shit talked about him anyway.
Ime told him that I need you to shoot the ball. All the great shooters from Steph Curry down have said it. You gonna have a game here or there where you just aren't hitting shit. And the worst thing you can do is stop shooting. Shoot your way out of it. Because
Tracy McGrady said, if you miss 12 in a row, who's to say you're not going to make the 13th? You just keep letting that bitch go. You cannot put the ball in your hand. You fired
That's
up.
why it's
But
like
also
for the greatest
to
teams,
that point, he was super happy. You see what happens when Jalen finally gets those calls at the rim. He should be getting this easy little low 10 free throw game, boost his numbers up like we suspected it would. So just wait, it's gonna come, bro. It's gonna come where he's gonna get those calls, and he's a legit Zach LaVine 27 point a game score. And guess what? It benefits us because this stupid bastard signed a 3-year deal for $100 million. So if he does that for us for the next 3 years, we got him on a team friendly deal.
Yep, I like it. Teams, one of the youngest teams in basketball. Most of them are under 23 years old, so it's it's ridiculous. I'm just hyped. We get to see like playoff interviews. We get to see the playoff atmosphere at Toyota Center again. You get to see these guys that have been fighting for this to get real playoff games that mean shit.
Well, I feel like you have the right vets on the team in Adams and Fred. I mean, Fred got all the playoff experience. He closed out a finals series to win one. You know what I'm saying? Adams, he's been around the block a bunch of times. Landale got a good playoff push in him before. Dylan Brooks has a couple. You know what I'm saying? And the young boys ain't scared. Like, just think about the Golden State game in the playing tournament. It was like, oh, y'all said we ain't beat him in how long? And we need to beat him today to do what? Let's hoop. And we gave them the work. So, like, they're not scared. We just don't beat ourselves and we'll be fine. Because Ime's gonna have us ready to go. I promise you that.
That's what they he's something different. Oh man. All right. Any last words, Zach?
Stay healthy. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Players, don't try to reinvent the wheel and do no goofy shit. Play Ime defense and get easy buckets. 2, there's only one. I don't know how we haven't mentioned it. There's the most important thing. We will never win a playoff series if we don't fucking make free throws. You gotta make free throws. This is pathetic.
Yes.
Like, I literally watch children at the 24-hour fitness make more free throws than y'all. What's going on here?
Yes, and that's a whole team thing. They as a whole have been bad on that.
Yeah, it's a whole team thing. You know how the Houston Texans have a terrible offensive line coach? We have a terrible free throw coach on the Rockets.
Yeah, I need you to talk to that Baltimore Sengun, Jalen. I need you to, I don't know, get some Wingstop sauce on your hands or some shit. Do something, because y'all are all playing bad on that free throw line. Stay healthy, make your free throws.
Missed 3 in a row. He missed one, missed the second one, got a third one on a lane violation, and missed the third one even worse. I was like, what the hell is going on, man?
So starting now, we're going to make our free throws, because those will be crucial in the playoffs. All right, so. Rockets fans, if you have not been watching, you've been missing some really good basketball. There's only a few games left until April. This team is fun to watch. I promise you, you are missing out on some good basketball. Jump on the bandwagon while there's still room. All love, Houston. Enjoy your St. Patty's Day. We are out of here.